Hey guys, it's Ellis7 here, and today we're going to be talking about the server situation as of late. Um, this is coming 2 weeks after the previous video, if I'm correct. Yeah, roughly about 2 weeks. Now, I'd like to speak about the fact about the comments with regards to that video. People have provided some incredibly good insight. One individual, let me see if I can acquire his name quick. He highlighted the fact that he found that the NA server, let's see, War Thunder Bulldog, so there's a shout out to him in the comments. So basically he said that, from his perspective, the US servers were the worst. Now I've come to find that, a very agreeable statement. Now, let us talk about the fact that as of late, in the last 2 weeks, Gaijin has not come forward to address anything. There have been a continued number of instances where trouble has occurred, and I'd like to speak about my experience today. Now, for everyone that is encountering this as being my record, I'd like to come forward and speak about what happened. Today I played with a squad, and pretty much every single match that I was in, the spawn was delayed. Air Realistic was about an average of 45 seconds delayed into a match. The Ground Forces matches were averaged around 1.5 minutes per match. And the Naval Realistic matches that we had, estimated wait time was about under a minute. Now, I would like to speak about the circumstances going beyond this. I was playing a match with my squad where the four of us were playing Naval Realistic. It was in the middle of a match. I forget what the map is. I'm not very familiar with all the Naval Realistic matches. It's basically the one where there's basically almost like a volcano kind of center to the map. Multiple entrances in to the point. Most of the small boats just go in there and fight it out, unless a big boat goes up in there and gets torpedoed, yada yada. Capture points off to the sides. Largely a symmetrical map in most regards, but anyways, that was the map we were playing on. And, well, let's just be honest. About 1/3 of the way into the match, half of my squad, I shouldn't say half my squad, 3/4 of my squad are effectively voided in the match. One has lost all control of his ship. The other two, not including myself, the other two are completely kicked from the match. So I'm sitting here with the entire screen stuttering while I'm, still at least under control. From my perspective, it looks pretty okay. Considering, the previous statement of the servers being as bad as they have been under known, present notice. And, yeah, here are my squad mates unable to, make anything. Perfectly capable of communicating through Discord. No possible thing on their end. People in the match felt the same way with regards to communication. They seemed quite happy to communicate their distress about the situation and how they were unpleased about the circumstances of them being able to maneuver their ships properly. Even the enemy too. They found it hard to really, they said maneuver, or even, I don't know, exist. Those were some of the things that they said. But let's get back to the important things. This happened for the rest of the match. And, yeah, well, the rest of the match was probably about 8 minutes long, so I'm sure it was fun seeing them troubleshoot or talk about troubleshooting the situation. My first question was, why? and when. Why is this still happening, and when are they going to address it? When are they going to fix it? This was the question asked, or the questions asked 2 weeks ago. Here we are today, March 8th, 10:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are still asking ourselves the same questions that we were asking 2 weeks ago with no further reply. Yeah, having an absolute ball. I know, based on the comments that you people, provided me, which I truly do enjoy hearing and speaking with you guys. It is the top pleasure I have in this, in the entirety of dealing with YouTube, is actually talking to you guys in the comment section and talking to you guys on Discord. It is such a pleasure to hear your guys' positions, perspectives, the work you guys do, whatever, etc., whatever you guys are, doing yourselves. I immensely appreciate it. It really is the satisfaction I get out of this whole picture. Now, with all those, comments, placed on the videos, this is not a one-off situation. This is not a one-off match. This is not a one-off individual. And it's sounding like it's not even a one-off server anymore at this point. It's hard to tell. This is becoming unacceptable. Now, I've heard that there is a rumor that the US server in War Thunder is being split and utilized for other functions, including, not saying that it's the only other thing that could possibly be there, but the rumor has it that it is supporting Enlisted right now. So currently War Thunder is splitting the server with other entities, is what is being stated. That was another comment, not the Enlisted aspect of it, I heard that recently, but they said that with regards to COVID, the servers would be running with additional assets being facilitated on them. Well, I'm finding out that current and present circumstance that is likely the possibility, but we have no idea because no one's addressed it publicly. Now, I'd like to briefly talk about a comment that I saw when it came to the F8U Corsair. Yeah, F8U2. I believe this statement says it quite well. I currently am able to edit it right now. Short time. I've never done this before. I will link the dev blog in the comments, or not the comment section. I will put the dev blog in the description below the video. Apologies. And yeah, well, I'll just state it right here. So a statement provided by Orphican. Quote, "So nobody thinks I am unappreciative. Nice, we got an F8 in the game. Good job, Gaijin. Thank you." Now that's done, one question. Are the servers going to get any attention anytime this month, year, or decade? I'll be polite and say Gaijin's done relatively well in the last 8 years. Ghost shells aside. But this last month or so has been the worst I've ever seen. Forget paying for anything. There is not much point in trying to even play the game if the game won't let you. Feel free to dodge, like always, of course. End quote by Orphican. Unfortunately, the statement says it quite well, if we're honest. Which I'm very disappointed to, agree with in the circumstance. I've never seen the game this bad in the entirety I've been playing. And keep in mind, I've been playing since 2012 or 2013, about around there. Been playing this game on off in, earlier years, but pretty dedicated in the last few. Probably say about the last 5 years I've been, no, not even that. Probably the last 6 years I've been probably hard to the stone with this game. And to see the circumstances that are, currently unwinding, It's disappointing. Uh, I have. I just don't understand. A repetitive issue that has been unaddressed. I feel like, Gaijin. It almost feels like Chernobyl. You watch the show or see the whole thing, and you talk about the whole circumstance around it. You know, there's the system that is constantly shown to be flawed. It's constantly being pushed underneath the rug. You know, at the benefit of the state or the organization. And well, I don't think, like I said, I don't think the people at Gaijin are terrible people. I think they do their hardest work that they can. I'm sure they smile time to time when they feel like they have gotten the upper hand in certain respects, but I don't consider them malicious and with their intents. But when the circumstances being placed at the price of the player and his ability or her ability to play, well, that's frankly not cricket, is it? And, yeah. Guess I'm having too much fun right now. I found solo play in this game unbearable. Um, I just, it is so hard for me to play this game by myself. I am so frustrated with the very many aspects of this game in its current form and what's happening. And that's just to talk about the current, state of affairs with that regard. Obviously, the patch, being this is Monday, coming on Tuesday, the patch is likely to drop tomorrow or even Thursday. Who knows? I'm going to be honest with you about the update. I'm not excited about it. I was thinking about doing a second dev video talking about the second, day of the patch. What's the point? To regards to that, a lot of people do a lot of good work talking about what's coming up in the patch, and second of all, I don't think there's anything important coming out of the patch anymore. Nothing with regards to that. Has it previously changed from the previous patch? Sure, we're getting some nice new vehicles. What's the point? Can't play the game. Can't really enjoy the vehicles if you can't really enjoy the game, can you? And I know a lot of these comments, being placed as they are, I've pretty much gone into the whole circumstance of accepting the fate that I will not be getting content creator status within the game of War Thunder. It is a disappointing realization that I think I've, depreciated into. I have not currently asked for or applied the application. I plan on doing so once upon the achieving of 500 subscribers, whenever that instance will take place. Based on this current pace right now, I estimate it to be done within about 5 months. And that's being incredibly generous to myself. The reality, I do not currently believe that I'm going to achieve this, based on my current opinions in this game. This will upset the apple cart and the current guard within the game, or the, company that is Gaijin. I feel like I will be shuffled to the side with regards to my statements and my opinions, which, unfortunately, you kind of have to produce these various, statements when you're in the halls of power or on the throne with regards to being a content creator. I do not currently hold that status, and the position that I hold right now will likely be the one I hold forever with regards to this game. And as disappointing as it sounds, that is, something that I've come to accept. So we won't go beyond that. I honestly do not really know what to say. I've been pressed beyond all recognition of what can be done. I really appreciate your feedback, though, and all the things that you guys do, but current circumstances in the game doesn't hold much faith with me. I'm not excited for the next update. I'm not really excited for, frankly, anything except the announcement that they have recognized the issue, that they're looking at fixing it, and they apologize for the circumstances that have been provided. But up until this point, that is not to have been taking place. And we remain exactly where we were 2 weeks previous. And, yes, that's currently what it is. Nothing much more can be said beyond that. Once again, I thank everyone for what they've done for myself, providing feedback, being generous, and very supportive of the work that I have been doing lately. I appreciate your tips and the respects you've paid. I hope to go forward with it, whatever, the course may be on the road. So, yes. I hope and wish the best for everyone, and I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys have a good one where you are, and take care.